Hello, my name is Shannon Soper. I'm a product designer at Gatsby, and today I'm going to talk to you about some recent things we've learned about error messages and recipes in Gatsby. I want you to think back to the last time you ran into a GraphQL error. Think about where you were, what you were feeling, what you maybe were thinking. Did it maybe feel like this before you started? How about this while you were debugging the error? And I bet you felt like this after you finished debugging the error. Now, I'm here to tell you that you are not alone in feeling this way. There are plenty of other people, and one of them is someone we got the privilege of doing a usability test with recently, and I want to introduce him to you. His name is Emmanuel, and he met with another engineer and I for a usability test. We learned a lot from watching Emmanuel debug some GraphQL queries, and I'm going to tell you 3 of the things that we learned. The first thing that we learned is that the suggestions in the error messages are kind of hard to read. Basically, they are a paragraph of text, and it's not clear that they're relevant to the error message that's above them. In the slide here, you can see them in a pink square, and basically when people look at these suggestions, they scan over them because it looks like irrelevant information. That's not the only thing that we learned. We also learned that it's not clear when you've successfully resolved an error. In this screenshot, you can see some success messages at the bottom, and they're not clearly related to the error message that's above them. And also, because the error message is still there, it kind of makes you wonder, is the error still there or did I solve it or not? So the fact that Emmanuel had actually resolved the error at this point wasn't clear to him. There's one more thing that I want to share from this usability test. By chatting with Emmanuel and the other engineer on the call, we came up with some ideas. One of those ideas is that documentation could be scoped specifically to an error message. Right now, we suggest that people go look at documentation that's related to the error, and yet it's not specifically written to help you solve that error. If we were to link to a doc that is just for that single error, it could help people resolve the error faster. The second idea that we came up with as a group is, what if we could prevent GraphQL errors from happening in the first place? I mean, the best kind of error message is no message at all because you didn't even have an error. So if we can, in GraphQL, warn people about problems they might run into and help them correct it before it even makes it into their code, that would be great. The team working on Graphical is actually working on some of these ideas already. It was really fun to work on this with Emmanuel, and I hope that everybody knows they're welcome to do a usability test like this. If you're interested, you might be wondering, what would it be like to do a usability test? What does that even mean? First of all, you would join a Zoom call and you would see me sitting in a chair, just like this. Then you would see another engineer on the call, probably somebody who works at Gatsby. The reason 2 of us join is because we both have different perspectives and we can take turns asking questions and taking notes. Then there's, of course, you on the call, and we ask you to share your screen with us so that we can see what you're experiencing in your code editor, in the CLI, or in the browser. We'll ask you to accomplish a task, and we'll take notes and ask questions as we observe you doing it. Now, something really important to remember is that if you're in a usability test like this, or at any other moment, even when we're not there, if you run into trouble, you get stuck, you run into an error, you are finding it frustrating, it's not your fault. The product is always at fault. So you can repeat this to yourself. It's not my fault, it's the product. Another question you might be asking yourself right now is, are usability tests the only way that Gatsby improves its design? Absolutely not. We do a ton of research in many different ways to work on design. And one of the other ways you can contribute is screen recording yourself. I'm going to introduce you to two people who have done screen recordings recently, Khaled and Croc. Khaled recorded an egghead course on Gatsby recipes, and Croc streamed a Gatsby recipes working session on Twitch. We watched both of these, took notes, created issues, and improved our designs of Gatsby recipes. I won't dive into the details here. I just want to demonstrate that screen recordings are a really great way to share what your experience is like, and we really listen and will improve things based off of them. Finally, I'd like to introduce you to the design team at Gatsby. That's right, there's a whole team now. There's Nachi, Jeremy, Rena, Flo, and myself, Shannon. You can reach us at design-team@gatsbyjs.com. Share your thoughts, your feelings, a screen recording. Also, this isn't the whole design team in the way that I think about it. Drum roll, there's also all of you. You're all part of design at Gatsby because we learn from you, we learn together. Your ideas make a huge difference. Here's my personal contact information if you have any questions or would like to sign up for a usability test. Thank you.